Terry,
Hi, Caesar. How you going?
how are you? I'm good.
It seems like whenever I try to make a positive change in my life,
Oh,
my mind becomes rebellious and I go backwards even further than when I started. Like to say, if I was to sit in and choir more often or something like that, I'll find excuses not to do it, and I'll be even worse than before. So when you said you were in before you went to India, you were in a bit of your life was in turmoil at that time.
but it was my life. My life, no, it was basically my mind. My
Yeah.
my mind projected my life in turmoil. Mm. It's projected that
Mm,
I created that idea of itself, right? It appears to
mm,
be that I was identical with all these thoughts.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean.
Mm.
So it was basically just your mind was in turmoil and your life reflected that.
No. My there was no such thing as my life. There was life only. And life was not saying, I am a turmoil and I am here to make you miserable. So the mind was interpreting life as such and identifying itself as that. When I went to India, my life didn't change for the better or for the worse. The I simply disappeared with all its conclusions about itself, the world, this, that, or the other.
Right. Okay.
Mm.
So you basically just stopped believing the mind.
No, the mind just disappeared.
Mm.
There was no mind to believe in. The mind is only a thought. I am this body. That's the mind.
Right. Okay.
The mind is a limited idea, limited thought that gives the impression that oneself, the self, is limited to a particular name and form, that one's reality, nameless, formless reality, permanent existence, absolute consciousness, is limited to a particular name and form.
Mm. When you look at it that way, it loses all of its power.
It's not illusory, it's power, it's gone, it goes. Otherwise, there will be a mind that remains without power, a powerless mind. A powerful I or a powerless I. There is no I at all. Mm. I, as an individual, person, ego, mine is only a thought. There is no mind to be transcended. There is no mind to be controlled. There is no mind to be killed. To transcend the mind, to kill the mind, to destroy the mind, to control the mind is to become aware that it doesn't exist. Sorry, it's getting better because it's much less today, this stupid cough and the blocked nose.
Good.
Yeah, it seems that the body's finding its own way to get rid of it.
Mm.
And I am less tired also. It's exhausting. The body's like, exactly. It has no energy. There is no proper airflow in the bloodstream and the brain and muscles and all that, and not enough oxygen.
Mm.
Yeah. So, my life, your life, whose life is it?
Mm.
Who is the one that claims to be the ownership of his life, someone's life, life itself?
Mm.
That gotta be me, right?
Right.
Then who is this me? It's only a thought. Hmm. So the person is a thought
Mm. Yeah.
that thinks the other thoughts. Hmm. Oh, good Lord. Everything was okay until now.
Seems like my mind can get clouded if I'm not in contact with some form of teaching or something like that, some form of guidance.
There is no best guidance that I am. That's the best knowledge. I am. No other knowledge will help you. Only to hold on to this knowledge, to this thought. I am. It's a thought. We must hold on to the thought I or I am. And then all of the thought will go by itself. We shouldn't try to control the mind to get rid of the mind, to control the thought, even to get rid of the thought, or even to quiet the mind. This is misunderstood. Just to look at oneself, whatever oneself believed to be. Obviously, that's the ego. I don't know myself, but only as I know myself only as the ego, right?
Right.
Then let me look at this self and this I without the intention to control the mind, to get rid of the thoughts, to sorry, to kill nothing, to transcend nothing, just to remain self-aware. And then the idea of being this self will disappear.
Mm.
Why? Because the mind becomes quiescent. And then the presence of consciousness becomes evident, self-evident. See, it reveals itself, right? by itself, not because the mind is doing something. To itself, see, as I. So I become aware that I am that. Therefore, the idea of being anything else, it just disappears, right? This is simultaneous. The knowledge of being the self, which is wisdom, simultaneously replaced the ignorance, the thought I am the body.
Right.
Replaces, I believe.
Mm.
Mm. If the thought disappear, means I am effortlessly self-aware.
Mm.
No need to hold it like,
Mm.
see, we are already self-aware. The thing is that we pay too much attention to something else. To be aware of something, I must be fundamentally, basically, primarily be aware of myself. Otherwise, who is aware of what? So I
Mm.
must be
Yeah.
aware of myself in order to be aware of something else.
So why is it so hard for self-realization to occur?
Because we find thoughts extremely attractive, whether they are good or bad. See, we are in love, we are in love of our thoughts. And the thoughts are about objects or oneself, the body which is an object, right? So while
Mm.
we hate ourselves or someone else or something else, we actually love it because we can't stop thinking about it.
Mm. That attention.
So we love pleasure as much as we love pain. We don't know it because it gives continuity to the ego. The ego survives only in association with an object.
Mm.
Whether the object is pleasant or unpleasant, it is all unconscious, but uh,
Right.
a happy me or a miserable me. As long as there is me, everything is okay.
Mm. Sure.
The subject, the me, without the object, this, that, or the other, it will simply cannot stand. It cannot stand. It will subside. It will be absorbed by the self. That's another trap to hold on to the actual is to become self-aware. As soon as I am self-aware, the intention to be self-aware must stop, right? Or the desire, or this deliberated intention, whatever you like to call it. That is self-inquiry. See, to pay attention to myself. As soon as I am paying attention to myself, that's it. To focus on it means not allow oneself to pay attention to anything else, to get distracted with thoughts, objects, feelings, emotions, sensory perceptions, uh, uh, body feeling, right?
But to do it with relaxation.
Mm. And Ramana said, gently, gently, slowly, slowly. I don't know which word he used in Tamil, like duru duru didi didi, right? You've been in India, no? Laru laru didu dudu. See, gently, gently, slowly, slowly. Remember, in India, they have this way of speech, no? They repeat two times the same thing. Okay, okay. See, shanti, shanti. Right? Quickly, quickly, slowly, slowly. See? For some reason, if there is any. I used to say this is a simple, gentle, kind, lovingly, if you wish, shift of attention from the object to the subject, from the seen to the seer, from the thoughts to the thinker. Once the attention is on myself, right? That's it. And any effort further than that is counterproductive and contradictive. Because if I am already self-aware, why shall I have the intention to be self-aware? It will produce the opposite effect. It will produce contraction, fear, a tremendous sense of discomfort.
Right.
The obstacles are these tendencies. What else?
That's good. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. Yes, I need to rest. That's it. That's the best way. I found that resting is the best way to so far. Then see you on. Say my regards to Shani. She wrote me today something that She couldn't attend it. She will watch
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's at work. She said hi.
Mm. Then see you when I see you, might.
Next weekend.
Ok, you too. Nos vemos entonces.
Thanks, Lisa.
Bye bye. Nos vemos el lunes. Ok. Mm.